What's up, y'all? But Giselle, you are straight trash for doing what you did. That was tacky. That was disrespectful. That was rude. It was not necessary for you to reach like that and go after this lady husband. If you don't like what Jamal did to you for after all these years, go get a therapist instead of going after these ladies' husbands to hurt the ladies. You stay doing this year after year after year, and you stay on the show for every reason, whatever. People might like you, but I don't like you, and that was tacky for you to do that. It was unnecessary, and I hate it. I hate it with a passion. I didn't like it, and I'm glad Candy was like, "What we doing here?" She had to break the fourth wall because I said, "This is what we doing." You waited until camera film again for to bring this up for something that you was reaching so far. Whatever. Stick to it. Hey, what's up, y'all? My name is Mizu. You watching my channel, Mizu 14, and I'm back in review of Real Housewives of Potomac, season 7, episode 2. If y'all see me get off of the Wi-Fi and have my camera on, it's because my Wi-Fi signal is keep acting up. I don't know what's going on with Street, y'all, but lately it's like every time I'm trying to record and this Wi-Fi will want to act up all the time. So if you see me coming in and out with my freaking cam, it's because of this signal. All right, and I want my video to keep getting messed up. So, like I was saying, Giselle, you was tacky for what you said and what you're doing, because I was like, what? And I'm glad that Robin was not here for your freaking shenanigans and not agreeing upon what you did. And also, she was not agreeing upon what Ashley was coming up with too. But I would say y'all reaching. And I just hate that. Now it's a Candace hate on Candace train. And I say, Candace, this is exactly what I like. You try to be good friends with Giselle, try to be up on her freaking behind, knowing that she will cross you. And I ain't like that. So let's get into it, because there's a lot going on this episode, and I don't try to make the review too long, but I'm trying to make sure I give you everything that happened. So when we discuss on the review, let me know how y'all feel, okay? So it started off with the end of last week at Cameron's Spring to the Spring party. It's Spring to the Spring party, and they were talking to Mia. And Mia told Giselle, F you. If you think I did that post for intention, then F you. Because, yes, so everybody coming into the circle, Robin came in there, Jacqueline is there, Skylar, Wendy, and Candace start coming over there, Ashley start coming over there, and they was talking back and forth. They realized that that post was kind of suspicious. It's weird. It's like, listen, you left it open ending, so it was confusing, and we don't know where you're coming from with this post. And granted, like I said, Mia post, and I said in my review in my live this earlier today, that Mia post did leave it to interpretation of what she was saying. But I was like, yes, Mia liked to post, and maybe this was her reason to express her feelings of what was going on with her. And maybe she realized going to social media is her outlet. And some people do that. Even though I want to do that, like Cameron said, I want to take that approach. But some people do go to social media and vent. And maybe that's what she wanted to do. So I'm not going to go that far and say that she was craving for attention. I just realized that I want to go do it, but people do it. And she left it open-ended, and so people don't know what's going on. And because Jacqueline, her best friend, and stated that because she still doesn't know. She's still going through testing and stuff like that. So maybe she's doing her step-by-step process of letting y'all know of what she's feeling through right now. Because it's chaotic. And I understand. I definitely understand. So I was like, maybe instead of jumping the gun and accusing her in this way and your delivery was messed up, maybe you should try to understand her or why she did that instead of saying that it was for attention. Now, a lot of people could feel that they didn't like or they don't believe what was going on in their life. That's their opinion. But like Candace said, and I agree with Candace, it probably is your delivery and how you approach it. Because Robin said, I'm not gonna sit here and make everybody act like Giselle and I was the only one that had a problem with your post, that make your post weird. Ashley said it, Karen said it, Candace said it. So we're not doing that here. And yes, they all said that it was weird that you posted this way. But it was your delivery. Maybe your delivery could have been better, and then maybe she would have accepted better. Be receptive of it. But since you came off as that, and this was the big C and no big C looked like, I said that was not the way to handle that, and how you approached Mia that way, Giselle. That was stupid and everything. So Jacqueline was defending Mia, and then Wendy said, "Oh, I'm sorry, excuse me, I'm sorry not to be rude, but who is this?" And I said, that was being rude, but whatever. Jacqueline, that's the best friend of Mia. Nice to meet you. And then continue on the conversation. Now, Sharice was telling Karen, I miss you, let's do lunch and everything. I'll text you, let's sit down, let's catch up and everything. And Karen was looking at her, she said, yeah. And I gotta tell Karen was not featuring Sharice. Like I said, I don't really hate Sharice. I don't really like her. I'm very neutral with her, so it could come and goes, how she moves and everything. But I can really tell that Karen is not featuring Sharice. And the fact that they came with most of the same outfit in different colors, I would say, oh my gosh, that's crazy. So Mia still doesn't know what's her thing. And even throughout the episode, she said she's still going to do testing. She's still going to do testing. I think I mentioned she did say that she don't have it. But in this process, when she's going through the show, she is doing all this testing to see that she doesn't have the big C. That's what it is. Like, so Sharice and Cameron called you because they was like, what's going on? Y'all cool? And they said, we called you. We good. We don't have no issue. We ain't going to fight each other here. But I could tell Cameron not really featuring Sharice because she said she didn't invite Sharice. And she don't know how she's there. But Robin said that Karen told us we could invite a +1 or we could invite people. So I invited Sharice. I don't think it was going to be an issue. And I said, Sharice always going to be there because Sharice is always around. So it was no way, shape, or form Sharice going to be there. So Mia said, I can't deal with Giselle, personality disorder, something like that. But I was like, listen, this is what it is. I feel like I'm a chosen one. If whatever God want me to do, that's what it is. I said, nah, I don't think he trying to. I think he trying to weather the storm and make you strong to weather this and go through this, but not to be the chosen one, girl. Nah, it's like that. Cause nobody want to go through that because that's painful. But I'm happy that you taking the steps to get the testing so you can make sure you have proactive and preemptive strike to battling the big C and overcoming it. And hopefully the best results is not to have it completely, but you still have to go through this process and testing and do whatever you can so you can hear the good news that you don't have the big C. All right. So Katie came through it. I said, I miss Katie. Oh my gosh. I said, Katie, boo, where you at? So Katie came in and, short hairstyle. And Katie still look good. Katie went through a lot going on, but I'm just happy that she is around. And it seems like she's a good spirit. And then hopefully that everything is well in home life. But it seems like she's a good spirit. So she came there. Everybody was happy to see her. They would say, even Katie was like, I ain't see this chick when she just left us on the trip, like on the Cayman Islands. I think that's what they went to. And since then, we haven't seen her. And then she came back and all good. Now, Giselle came over there and told Katie that, Ray has a big crush on you. She said, what, really? Because remember last year when they had this, who you know your wife, you knew your spouse better, something like that, and they had questions. And they said, if your husband is attracted to another person in the friend group, who that person will be attracted to, and Ray did say Katie, right? So Giselle told Katie that. And Katie said, oh, really? What? So they said, Giselle said, Ray, look at Katie. And Ray said, oh, Katie, how you doing? How is it? What's going on? And they hugged it out. And Katie hugged her. She said, and she touched his booty and said, what? And then she started rubbing his head. And Karen said, Katie, you want to mount man hit Ray head? She said, no, I just doing this. And she said, not only that, she touched the booty too. And she said, Ray said that not only that, she touched my booty too. It's like that. And it was so funny because Ray was so tickled. And they was started laughing. And Ray was like, and Karen said, you behave, Ray. Okay. He said, cool, because I got something to talk about and I want you to listen to every word. He said, all right. But Ray was so freaking tickled. And he was loving it. I said Ray would have the time of his life with Katie. And Karen had nothing to be but to laugh because it was just a bunch of joy to have a good time, and it took no ill will about that. Whatever. Now, granted, I don't believe that Katie should just been touching his butt to touch his butt. That's way too much. But Ray they take no offense to it and everything else is like that. I like if Ray feel uncomfortable and everything, then Katie, they shouldn't do that. Like I said, I'm not an advocate for anybody just touching anybody's butt unwanted and everything. They hug it out. She touches butt and he seemed to push her hand away. So I was like, okay. He didn't feel threatened about that. But I was like, damn, Katie, why, girl? And then her freaking wife, his wife was right there. But you know, Katie, she does those things. All right. And so Candace is freezing her eggs. And when he was saying, "Oh my gosh, I can't believe y'all cool and everything, it's so nice," it's like, but I was like, Candace never really hated Ashley, and they always knew each other. They was cool. I think Candace gripe with Ashley is that how Ashley was defending her husband, and you know that's her husband and everything, but husband doing his heinous acts of touching people, and we see stuff that he actually was doing these things, especially when he was touched. Remember, he touched Andrew's butt in the season that Ashley and Michael came in the season, and then he had a history of doing this and all that stuff, and he was questionable stuff. So yes, Candace's gripe was always with Michael. She never really hated Ashley, but the sister Ashley with her husband, she always defended it. That's what she always issues with Ashley. So now that husband Ray is not Ray, Michael's not in the picture like that, then they could get in a better space. Then they're not best of friends yet, but they in a better space of being together and being cool with each other. So it won't be no extra issues with each other. So we're gonna take it easy step by step. But yes, we do see that Ashley and Candace are in good terms. They do talk, they probably hang out a little bit. And we all know later in the season they do talk a lot too. So I think her Candace's biggest issue with Ashley was her being in a relationship with Michael. That's it. That's what it was. So we see how it goes. And Candace said she had to leave and freaking, I'm sorry I had to keep going in and out because I don't want my video to keep messing up of this Wi-Fi saying I don't know what is going on here. It is ridiculous. But I don't know. Candace said she had to leave because she's going to the Grammys. And we know she went to the Grammys because we saw the pictures and everything and all that stuff. It was mainly for networking. And I think she had like a little Best Artist Awards on Spotify, but it was cool. But it did tell us that she is re-releasing her Deep Space album, and it'll be Deep Space Deluxe. So I guess she added more songs to it. And I guess I said that Deep Space album was a good album. I did enjoy it. I do like some of her songs on the album, but she did get a job for a new artist, and as she keeps continue her craft and work with other producers and everything, then it'd be really great for her. So I'm proud of her and I'm happy that she's doing that. And so Karen gave her a little speech. And I was like, Karen, what is that speech about? Because I didn't understand. I was like, I understand what she was saying, but then again, I was saying, it just sounded weird that she would take that approach in her thing, in her speech. And then she said, oh, the Grand Dame is back. I said, Karen, where'd the Grand Dame go? Because the Grand Dame never left. So I was like, how you say you are back, but you never left? Now, did you lose your Grand Dame status or something like that? Because I want to know, because you did not go anywhere, girl. It's like you stood there. So it was funny, but it was a laughable moment. It's cool. Everybody started dancing. Ray was getting it down. I said, "Go, Ray! Go ahead, the Ray knees. All right." And Ray was getting down. So Karen went to her doctor to get a checkup on her boobs because she got the thing lifted, tip and fee, and I guess she was just check up to see how it sets and everything. And the doctor said it was working well and it's setting well, so you don't have no issues. And she said it doesn't hurt, and she was trying to encourage a young woman that she don't have to do the surgery at a young age, and she did it because of for herself, not for anyone else. Which I granted, I said there's no problem getting the surgery that y'all want to do, as long as the surgery is for your own benefit and not for someone else. As long as that you happy at the end of it. Now, some people get too crazy overboard with the surgeries, but if you're doing it for yourself because you want to make yourself look happy, you have your secureness, that's fine. But if you're doing that because you want to please your man, or you're doing this for somebody to understand this, or you getting this to getting ahead in life in the industry or everything, it's not your decision. You're doing it for other people, and you ain't gonna feel great about it, right? So I just always feel like if you're gonna do these elective surgeries, do it because you actually really want to do it, and you understand that this is something you decided to do, alterations in your body, and you have to be okay with that. If you're not okay with that, then I don't think you should even do it in the first place. If you have any doubts about doing it. So Candace said her sister is living with her and Chris in their house until her sister's house get built up. Because I think she was living in an apartment or something like that. And then I guess their family started having closer and give her a bigger house and like that. So her house is being built right now. Until that being done, her sister staying with her and Chris. And I said, that's fine. And stuff. And so she told her sister that she going through IVF and she's not personally drinking. As so she frees her eggs. Now, she don't have any like medical reasons that she's going through that. She said she want to do that for safety net for the future. So if she decided to have baby when she get older, that she'd have something fertilized that she could use and is already done. But she is going to try to naturally with her husband Chris and do it that way. Her plan to get pregnant by the end of this year. So they started laughing. They said, the end of this year, girl? So it's like, yeah, by the end of this year. Now, if I get pregnant now, we got to get ready for it. But she tried to say, no, let's not do it, get pregnant now. Let's get pregnant by the end of this year. It's like that. So I would have to worry about it, doing it now and be ready for a baby because I'm not ready for a baby yet. But she gonna try to do it naturally first. Right? And she also talked about how she have a hard time adjusting to his schedule of he's working as a general manager at the W. Because as a general manager, you be at work, you working long hours, especially you gotta do if you got a different events going on, and you gotta make sure things run well. So it's understandable that he may have different inconsistent schedules. Some schedule he might work less than other times. And if he has to rebrand a restaurant, especially if he became a general manager, it probably be more work and effort of being a general manager for something. Because not only that, you got to run the place, you got to make sure things are okay, you got the inventory is right, you got to run your staff. It's a lot going on. So and you got to promote your business. So it's a lot going on to deal with a rooftop or venue, whatever it is. So she just have a hard time adjusting to that schedule. Right. So Ashley talked to her friend Deborah, and they know each other for a while, and they cool. Their babies came over. Deborah brought her baby, and they start talking. And they talk about the process, Michael. Now, she's saying her and Michael is still living in that condo right now. They're not sleeping together, but she's sleeping in a room with Dylan, and he's doing everything else. They're not romantically involved with each other, but they still in the same condo. But I was like, Ashley, you said you got to be separated for your husband before you get filed for divorce. And living in the same condo does not that doesn't qualify as separation, right? Because I feel like if you got to be separated, you have to be really separated. Living in the same place establishment is not called a separation. Because you can always slip back to the groove. And if she said she got tempted, it'd be tempted to slip back to that mindset. But no. That's not what happened. So Ashley said she's not really sad about it because I think maybe because she know this time was coming and she don't think that was gonna be a forever thing. So I guess it was time coming for her to realize, you know what, it is what it is. So I guess she feel like other people make her feel like that she had to be sad, she had to be down about it, and she's not. I said, okay, girl, you're not sad or down about it. It is what it is. But I do know she does need his money to get what she want over the house, and the fact that you can't, because she has a loan for the house, and I think a pre-approved loan, whatever that is for the house, and she needs to get that loan approved. And for her to happen, she needs to have access to the bank account of Michael's and everything to get it. So she can't legally tell them, or at least try to tell them yet that she getting separated. She's separation. Because that will hold the process. So she try to get that money secured first to get the house, because you know she can't really live on her own and can afford it. And I said, okay, what kind of house you trying to get, girl? So she gotta still need Michael at the end of the day. And that's what she's trying to do. And I guess, and I don't know, maybe after she get this house, will she able to really finally move on with him? Because if you try to get the house and y'all try to still live together, that's like, how is that separation? But whatever. So she said, what she trying to do to kill her time? Like she doing TikTok dances, because we know actually have been doing TikTok lately. Get a food bag, and she's not really drinking. She said she is working on trying to revibrate her space and energy, and she chose not to drink. Now at the party, she said she was drinking, then she started going back. She said it's a work in progress. Not saying it's gonna be easy, but she's trying not to drink as much as she trying to refocus her life. So she want to do like a sexy dance class, like a with heels and everything on. And I said that's nice. So she invited all the ladies to go, and Deborah couldn't be there because she had something going on, but all the ladies was invited. Now, Robin and Giselle talk. And Robin said, listen, I got a bone to pick with you, Giselle. She said, no. She said, well, me? What did I do? What did I do? And I said, Giselle, you know what the hell you did. Because when you put it out there that Robin's name is only deed in the house, her name is the only name on the house and everything. And that's not something that you should have told Ashley. Robin should have told her herself. And the fact you threw this out there, and Giselle said she didn't realize when she put it out there, and she said, you know what? I know I messed up because I should not say that. And I said, well, I said, Giselle, you should have known that Ashley knew that. She said, I thought that she knew. I said, Robin said, how would she know about that? And she said, how did I correlate to Ashley's situation? Because she said, you know what, because she was saying that she didn't want to buy a house and everything. I was like, how she should have bought a house with a man that he divorced him. So I just put that in there, and I said, I realized she shouldn't do that. Giselle realized she should have did that. And Robin said, letting your neck go. You should not have said that. And then Robin explained why her name is the only name that's on the deed of the house. She said when they got the house, that Warren credit was not repaired yet. It's still going through repair. And it's not fully repaired yet. So due to foreclosure of the other house they had, or whatever they had to foreclose on, his credit was not fully repaired. So because of that, the interest rates would be high. So instead of avoiding that, it was the only logical reason is to have Robert's name only on the thing. It's not like it's my house and he's living there. It's not like that. I said, technically it's your house and he's living there. But we understand that she really loves him and that house is for them together. But legally, the house is under her name. So anything else, she's legally responsible for the name. He got no ties to that house. Everything, he just there. So that's what it was. So I said, okay, I understand that. Because you want to pay no high interest rate if his name was on it. So keep his name off, and he can still be there, and it will be under the person's credit that they're going under. So I see why. So just Robin told Giselle, listen, maybe your delivery was effed up, and you should have approached it differently. And Giselle said, you know what, maybe, yeah, my delivery probably was messed up. And I should have texted her. She said, what I should do, I should text her. I said, no, you should have talked to her face to face. But You text her, so Giselle text me and say, listen, I messed up and everything. Can we talk and sit down together? I know my delivery was wrong, and that's that. They said, cool. So then Robin told Giselle about her with Ashley. I guess Ashley was just looking at stuff to decorate her home and everything and get some ideas about her decorum. And that's what Ashley told Robin about the DM or supposed DMs. And I said the reason why I like Robin so much right now because Robin is not falling for the bull crap of what's going on. And I see like she is having her own mind outside of Giselle. And I seem like she's not holding it back and she's speaking her mind in front of Giselle. Because normally I always thought that Robin by herself is cool, but when she's Giselle, she's like a lapdog, and it seems like you just do what Giselle wants and everything. And I just feel like Robin, you don't have to suggest what Giselle is doing. You have your own mind. And I seem like this season, Robin saying, no, y'all gonna tell me I'm gonna from my lapdog. I have my own mind, and I seem like Robin is thinking logically and not falling for the bullcrap. So when Ashley mentioned about the DMs, it clearly was a reply to her story. When you apply to someone's story, it automatically get messages to your DM. If anybody know Instagram, it automatically go to your inbox. That does not mean they slid into your DM directly. That means that they reply to your story that you put on your story monitor that's not in your DMs privately, and then that message that every posted is sent to your DMs that let you know that someone replied to your story. It clearly said reply to your story. So when you made that, oh, Chris hitting my DM and put it in my DM, it made it seem like, okay, he intentionally trying to holler at you. So what Robert said, you do know he's the general manager, right? Because she said at 2:42 in the morning, and he's not with your wife. Why he texting me this late? Now, I do understand why I could feel kind of weird about that. But until Robin told her the details of why Chris would even send the message, and she didn't realize that Chris is the general manager at that place. So maybe he telling you that while you was at some old location, he said you should have came at my location. And he was still working at that time. So he was telling you should have came to the W. So it was not no flirtation, and it was not no reason for you to think that he was trying to holler at you or else action us. So she said, I don't think he trying to holler at you. At the end of the day, it was an innocent thing. I don't take no deal about that, and I will not go that far to think that he will try to slid into your DMs and holler at you. Come on now. And Robin and Chris loved his wife, and that was a dumb ass. If Chris wanted to do something, he'd be stupid enough to doing this kind of friend group. He would have to pick someone who's nowhere near connected to y'all, and then something would have to come out. But it will come out if he get caught. But other than that, it'd be stupid enough to do with someone in the friend group, especially when she may have history. And it's with Ashley that you know that she had history with Ashley that was not in the good terms. You would be dumb enough to do it at that. So all it was that he applied to your story to tell you should have came over there to maybe promote his business. Because as a general manager, you should promote people's business. So you might tell people, come to my spot, come to my spot, come to my spot. Come here. Do what you gotta do. So Robin was like, nah, girl, ain't say that. So when Robin told Giselle that, and Giselle said, no, he slid. They said, no, he's not. He slid. No, he did not, Giselle. And he said, well, Chris slid my DMs, and it is nothing bad and nothing like that. But I feel uncomfortable. And I said, why you feel uncomfortable? What makes him sitting in your DMs so very uncomfortable if he doesn't do anything subjectively to make you uncomfortable? And she said, I just don't like that and everything because it's trying to make it seem like, am I with it? And he trying to see if I'm with it. And I said, with it? Like, so you trying to see like you down and you trying to sleep with him? Okay. Chris would be a dumb fool. He would trying to mess with any one of y'all ladies. So So she was saying, so what happened to make you feel uncomfortable? So this is a story. And this is why I said I didn't like what Giselle was trying to spin with this. At the end of the reunion, right, when Chris was saying that he did not like the line of question that Nicki Minaj was giving to Candace and everything, and it was like, "This is what it is," because how she was coming at you like that, he wasn't like that. So after a while, it's like, "Oh, we'll talk to you later," or something like that. She said, "What? You didn't like it?" He said, "I'll talk to you later." So I guess Chris had something in his mind, and he said he wanted to talk to Giselle. And she said, "Cool," because she said she thought her glam was in her room, and it was no big diggy, no biggie. When she realized she got in the room, it was no glam. So she said, "I don't want to be in the room with no mammy man," and nothing like that. So, and the connotations about that, I want to be in the room with no mammy man. Everything. Now he didn't touch her. She said nothing happened. It was nothing inappropriate that he did towards her. Or he was probably drunk and he kept complaining about Candace. He kept complaining about Candace. He was complaining about Candace and everything. And she felt that she was very uncomfortable being in a room with him because he was a married man. I'll say, okay, but if nothing inappropriate happened, he didn't touch you. You didn't say he didn't say anything out of the way to suggest that he was trying to come on you. Your only gripe about that is that you felt uncomfortable being in the same room with him. Over what? What lets you believe that you'd be uncomfortable because he was drunk and you trying to say you could get that and you with it? No, that's not what it is. Because you by yourself and you was no glam in there. I was like, did he block your means of egress to get out the room? When you realized there was no glam inside the room, did you not go out? Did you didn't tell him to say, listen, I don't want to talk to you, Chris, right now and everything. Let's go and have somebody else. If I'm not comfortable, then bring Robin in there. Because Robin said she was close to the proximity and she know privy to it. And she said it was nothing wrongdoing. So I don't know what kind of story she's trying to spin on here and trying to make like Chris is a predatory and was preying on her to make sure she's by herself so he could come on her. That was tacky and that was douchebag of a fucking behavior that you would ever put out there, Giselle. They doing this for years after years after years, and that's why I don't care for you. I don't like you. And I don't care if you bring in some ratings, you making it so interesting, you getting this thing popping, but doing that tackiness to Chris when Robin said Chris always been good to us. He always been nice to us. He always been friendly. I think that's what Chris thought, that he is too friendly. And it's like, yo, he'll cook for y'all. He makes sure y'all was good. He makes everything. And then you want to turn on him and make him feel like he was preying on you. He was waiting for you to be alone to get you in the room by yourself. If you was not comfortable with him, you didn't need to get in the room with them. And then when you felt like the glam was not there, you should have walked out. Nobody stopped you from staying in the room with him. Nobody's stopping you to leave in the room if you felt uncomfortable. But my thing is, you didn't feel uncomfortable. I feel like if you really felt uncomfortable, you could have said something there. The reunion was done in October. Y'all started filming again in March, right? And you didn't say nothing, and you didn't wait to filming again to bring this on camera. F you, Giselle. Like Mia said, fuck you, Giselle. That was tacky. That was messed up. Because at the end of the day, now if I understand, it was just like a Michael Darby, like Candy said, and I said it, like Candy said at the end. It was Michael Darby. I would probably understand why you felt uncomfortable because he had been doing questionable things to other people, and it had been proven. But Chris didn't give me that idea that he would ever try to do anything with you, but be nice. And you decided to take that and flip it and make it seem like he was preying on you. You was a small little innocent prey, and he was a predator. And then you said, "Oh, I want to realize," because when I told Cal said, "Oh, I didn't like that because he knew I left and he said goodbye to me." So you saying that he knew he was waiting to the moment to get you alone to have room to talk to you, or for him to complain about his wife. Now, I don't think he should be complaining about his wife to you. He shouldn't have been doing that. But man, when you're drunk mind, when you drunk, your truth comes out, and maybe he didn't like something was going on. I don't know what was going on at the reunion day, why he complained about his wife or something like that. But you say he made you talk about Candace. Whether it was a complaint or not, you made him talk about Candace. So maybe that's what he needs to talk about. But you took that as the reason that he felt like he was playing on you. That was stupid. That was dumb. And he was a sneaky link. A sneaky link, but yet you said something, nothing happened. He didn't touch you. He didn't do nothing. He suggest nothing. You said none of that was inappropriate, but you feel like he was a sneaky link. Okay, girl, whatever. So Karen and Ray talked, and Karen, so Robin was sitting there, was like, girl, what? And that's why I said I like Robin, because Robin was not falling for that bull crap. I said, no, why y'all trying to paint this picture that Chris is doing this nasty things, and he try to be out there coming after you? Right, so Cameron and Ray talk about, and then Ray say, you know what, I don't believe in this. I don't think nobody should be encouraged to get these surgeries done and everything. And he said he don't want his daughter and everything to even do it at all. She said, I would not encourage her to do it unless she's ready for it. He said, no, I don't encourage her at all, because it's a justification for y'all and why y'all want to do it. I said, no, because, and then don't need to be justification. It's because they probably want to feel better for themselves if they decide to do it. You can't tell nobody how they feel about their own thing, and you just feel like, if you don't feel like plastic surgery is right for you, that's on you. But you can't tell somebody they cannot do it. And if your daughter wants to do it, you can't stop her either. As long as that she's not doing it on the benefits of someone else, but just for herself. So Mia, Gordon, and Jacqueline met up, and Mia mentioned that how she got 16 locations of her quiet practice, and she opened her first location in DC, and so she's doing her thing. So they met up, they have a drink and everything, and then that's where she told Gordon and Jacqueline, because Jacqueline came through, and she said her and Jacqueline been friends for 15 years, since they were 15. So they know each other for a while now. All right. And she told her about the spring fling party, how Giselle came at her, like, well, this is the big C or no big C look like and everything. It was rude and tacky. So I guess Jacqueline would say, you see what Karen speaks, she's like, CYA. She said, what's CYA? Cover your behind or cover your ass? It's like that. Because she seemed like she was trying to make sure she would protect you, and then to make sure she was on the side. Like, I don't know what she was trying to do, but that speech was weird. And questioning you and make you feel like it's like, what's going on? Because she said she's still going to testing, and they still going to do a lot more testing. And she said, continue doing all that until you get to the point that they could pinpoint where you have it or not. That's all. You got to keep doing it. So do you. And she said Karen texted her let her warn Mia about the spring fan that they will ask you questions. But Mia felt like Karen should have came to her, express her feelings, because you have opportunities to tell me how you feel. And then you waited to that and you tell me that. And so you should have told me, like, we was talking shit about you, and I'll let you know this is going to be brought up. But she felt like Karen should have said something to her and tell how you feel. I said, okay. But Karen didn't really agree with the Pat. All she said that was weird. It was different. It was different. And she want to take that approach. But she said, let's hear you out. Right? But she never really agreed to what Giselle Robin was putting out. But whatever. But Karen did say it was different. All right? And then she said she didn't respond to Giselle's text, because she said, you disrespected me, and that's it. I'm not responding to you. So I said, okay, cool. Ashley and Candace met up because Ashley wanted to tell Candace about the DMs, because she said, listen, last time I said something in front of Candace and she blew up at me, I want to do this on one-on-one settings. I said, I hear that. Do it one-on-one. So they had that one-on-one, and they sat down, and this is what Ashley told Candace the DMs, and she was kind of nervous and said, and Ashley tried to spin it and say, he slid in my DMs. I said, first of all, he applied to your story. Like, I don't know why you didn't mention that. He applied to the story, and then that story got these DMs. If you would have mentioned that, then Candace was like that. But good thing Candace said by the back. He said, "You do know he works as general manager." She's like, "Oh, I didn't know that." Yeah. And so Candace said in her confession, she said, "I probably understand why Ashley will feel weird about my husband hitting her up at 2:42 in the morning." And she was saying like Michael trying to rebrand the place, so he probably hit up all her friends and let her know that, listen, come to my spot and everything, which to make it good and hip, to be cool place to go to. So and maybe having Ashley there, and she's well known, people would have come to his spot. That's what he probably was thinking about. So just said, Candace said, you know what, I give him one benefit of the doubt, everything, because she said, so what do you think he was doing? I reach out to my friend. I said, girl, you reach it, because that's not what he was trying to do. He didn't say nothing about, oh, your friend, come over here, tell your friend to come. No, he just said, you should have came at my spot. That's it. And he was still working at that time. So maybe it was an event going on. And most rooftops, especially if it was like a weekend or something, most rooftops, something like that, no close to like 4 o'clock in the morning. So it was still popping, right? So that cleared that up. It was no wrongdoing. Candace didn't believe that, because at the end of the day, okay, she probably understand why she might feel away, but she didn't know the details. Now she know the details that it wasn't something more than that. Okay. So here go Ashley dancing thing, the sexy dance class, which is nice. And Karen texted Ashley say she not gonna come because she got a fever. Now, Robin came there first and Giselle came later on. And Giselle was like, okay, so Giselle felt like Karen is avoiding Sharice, because she said, so she just got sick. So they think that she just got sick out of nowhere to avoid Sharice. That's that. Oh, she got a fever. Does she have a fever? Because it says that she's trying to avoid Sharice. And she said, "Do she knew that Sharice is coming?" And they said, yes. Karen knew that Sharice was coming. So, according to Giselle, Giselle think that Karen faking it, so she won't be around Sharice. And they want to know what's the issue and why she don't want to be around Sharice. I don't know. Maybe it was a lot was said throughout the previous seasons. That's why she don't fuck with Sharice. Everything. So that was that. And then we saw the previews. And I know that Karen, when she saw Sharice, she started fake coughing and get out there. I said, yeah, she voted her. But I was like, Karen, we don't need to fake a sickness to avoid Sharice. Just say, I don't want to be around this lady. And if you invite her, I'm not going. I'm not coming. And if I'm there, if she comes, I'm leaving. This lady up. This damn me. You showed up. So it is what it is. So I said, I don't know why you need to fake a sickness. Karen, come on now. You don't need to be faking it if you wasn't faking it. But I want to believe that she actually was sick. And if you were sick with 102 fever, you should be staying home and not trying to get nobody sick. Okay, girl. It's like that. But we'll see how that happened in the future, if she was faking it or not. Right? So Giselle and Ashley got a little tiff and tap a little bit before, a little spiff about Ashley felt like Giselle was accusatory. And she said, I don't try to excuse it. I just want to know, it's like, I don't play with divorce. And, I don't play with it because I don't play with it. It's like you making like a little light of it, divorce, and realize that they were like, you don't buy a house with a man, you divorce it. And as she said, how long you was going back and forth? And it said for 15 years. Said, you reconcile, right? So why are you making some timeline of when I'm doing it? It could happen, whatever else like that. It is what it is. I was like, y'all two going back and forth about this thing. At the end of the day, let Ashley do what Ashley want to do. And you stay out of it. You support her when she needs to support her. I mean, it is kind of crazy, but at the end of the day, and maybe she has a plan. Whatever. So everybody was at the dance event, and everybody came, except for Karen, and everybody wore heels. But I was saying, Candace, why you only wearing sneakers? Why you didn't wear no heels? Because I know Candace love wearing heels. So I was like, why you didn't wear no heels? She wore sneakers. So they all did the thing. They had a good time. Robin got over the door. Robin was doing most. It was funny, but they all was getting down. So this was Giselle took upon herself to talk to Candace, right? Now, at the meanwhile, Ashley was out there and was saying, what's going on? When you gonna get divorced? What's gonna happen? You gonna get the house? And all that stuff like that. They was talking like that. So Giselle talked to Candace, and she said, I don't know how I feel, because with the DMs of Ashley. I said, first of all, that got cleared up. The DMs with Ashley and Candace got cleared up. So don't try to justify your reason for bringing this up to Candace because of the DMs that he had to pattern on questionable things. Stop that. So that was cleared up. But she said, because of the DM, I need to tell you this. She said, okay, what happened? It's a reunion. She said, all right, what's going on? You can't. I explained that all to you, so I'm not gonna re-explain to her again. But she said, so did he do something to you? Did something happen? I said no. So what's going on? And it's like he waited to me. I didn't want to be in the same room and I'm very mad, just like I'm being in a bad room with a man and you get caught. I said, what the hell is your correlation, girl? What the hell's going on here? Like Michael being in a room, caught in a hotel with a woman, it's the same equivalency that you being in the room, got light in your room, and he wanted to talk to you. This is what it is. Giselle was trying to make it stuff. She was reaching. She was doing the most. Because you know nothing was really sticking, and that was not what you go for. It's the fact that you will say he would try to be predatory and try to wait for you and get you alone. And you say you cannot dismiss my feelings because this is how I felt, and I know you, that's your husband, and you go to protect. They said, why Michael would do that to you when he always take his clothes off his back to make sure you don't walk on puddle. He will cook for you. He'd be there for you. He do a lot of things for you and your friends. And Michael's a friendly guy. He would never ever cross them boundaries. And the fact that you say nothing happened, but then you try to make it seem like he was predatory, F you on that. That's up. And then Candace had to break the fourth wall. She was like, hold up. She looked at the camera. She said, what are we doing here? What are we doing? She looked at the camera and said, what are we doing? She said, okay, whatever. Okay. She got up. She said, what's Eric? What's Eric? What's good, Eric? And then she said something about Michael Darby, something like that. And then it cut off. I didn't see the rest of what happened. But I do understand why she was saying that. She said, I would understand if you was in the room with Michael Darby and you feel comfortable because he has questionable actions. But my husband haven't done none of that to you, and you took that approach with me, and you decided to come to my family. And I said, see, this is what we told y'all, not be friendly with this fucking ass, green ass, white, this fucking bitch. Stop doing that. Stop doing that. Stop being friends with her. And I hope you curse her. I hope you on Giselle's neck for the rest of the season. I don't care what it is. Just go randomly going after her. Because you're not going to do is make some false accusations like that to paint her husband as a predator. You're not going to do that. That's how the episode ended. I know it's a lot and everything. This was the review, but Potomac's giving a lot going on. So hope you please enjoy it. Please like, comment, subscribe to my channel. Tell me how y'all feel in the description box. When y'all seeing this, we're going to premiere. So hope y'all let me know how y'all feel. Okay? And I'll talk to you later. Peace out.